Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in to another NFL divisional breakdown episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, here with Max Faulkner, and joining us for the first time making his debut, diehard fan of the Green Bay Packers from Indianapolis, Indiana, our guy, Jack Alvarado. Jack, what's up, broski?
Not much, not much. Wrapping up another day at school. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Heck yeah, man. Glad you could join us. And if anybody could guess, I said Green Bay Packers fan, so that means we're doing the NFC North, Max.
Yes. Packers fan over there, Chicago Bears fan over here. We got a big time rivalry here. So technically, Jack, we've been friends since college, but on this podcast, I think you're my enemy.
Oh,
I think we're gonna have to make that rivalry for real.
Absolutely. When it comes between the Packers and Bears, always.
Screw you.
Is that the best rivalry in the NFL? Packers Bears?
I think so. I would think so. What other rivalries can top the Bears and the Packers?
Professional sports don't have many rivalries.
No. Like this is a big time. You hate, like I hated Aaron Rodgers. Couldn't stand the guy. Like, and that's not because, well, he is a douchebag off the field, but it's because of his demeanor. As a Bears fan, you just have that in you where you just hate the quarterback of the Packers. So, yeah.
To explain how much of a fan our guy Jack Alvarado is here, he actually has a percentage share in the ownership of the Green Bay Packers. Jack, can you tell us about that real quick?
Absolutely, right over here, over my left shoulder, 1/1000th of the Packers share. So I'm technically a part owner. I get invited to the shareholders meeting every single fall. I haven't been to a single one. Never been. And we vote on our board, and they represent the Packers. But yeah, Packers are the only NFL team owned by their citizens, by the city of Lambeau Field.
And
that's very interesting. Go ahead, Max.
No, and the Packers organization are probably one of the most successful organizations in football that we have seen. So maybe we need to take a little bit of notes as far as organizations in general, that maybe the people should run the organization so we could have more teams like the Packers. It's the truth. Me being a Bears fan, I can respect that because you guys do win a lot. All right. So, a little jealous.
You might notice we don't make as many moves, though.
True.
You don't see Packers making free agency moves.
No, you're right.
Good call there, Jack. Very interesting on that ownership share there. But let's get right into our quarterbacks here. I don't know how much debate we'll have here, boys, but I'm going to start us off here. I got Justin Fields, big dog. If I can get him, I want him. I had him last year. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I got Captain Queef Cousins of the Minnesota Vikings. He's still going to be slinging it. Best receiver in the league. Jared Goff 3rd, Jordan Love 4th. I haven't seen anything from Jordan Love. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about him, Jack. What's your top 4, bro?
So I'm a little bit different there. I got Kirk Cousins going number 1 for me. Consistent.
Captain Kirk?
Captain Queef?
I got Justin Fields number 2.
Okay.
I do like his running game. I got Jared Goff number 3. Jordan Love is 4th for me in the NFC North. Yep. I think we're going to have a good year out of Jordan Love, but I don't think we're going to see it until the tail end of the season. Okay. I see the Packers going on a run the last few games of the year, but just knowing rookie quarterbacks, it's going to be a shaky start for him. I think he starts out with the Bears at Soldier Field. So I'm not looking for a great start for Jordan Love, but I think down the road, things are going to look good there.
Max, give us your rankings of the quarterbacks in the NFC North.
Not too much of a difference, but Justin Fields and my Bears, he's number 1. Okay. Number 2, I got Captain Queef Cousins. All right. I got him at number 2. Jared Goff at number 3, and Jordan Love at number 4. I'm going to go ahead and just talk about Justin Fields real quick. I think he's going to have a big season. Last season, he only had like 2,000 passing yards, something like that. That's going to go way up. Okay. And the reason being is because they signed DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a legit wide receiver, and they're buddies now. They're buddies. They're hanging out. They're holding hands to practice. Okay. And then Cole Kmet Cole Kmet is the one. Cole Kmet is the one driving the cart. Okay, he's driving the cart, driving them to practice. All three of those guys got a trifecta on the offense. I cannot wait for Justin Fields this season. I want him too. I want him as my starting quarterback for fantasy football. Let's go Bears.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this quarterback ranking is that, Jack, you got Captain Queef up there over Justin Fields. Justin Fields last year, Max, you said 2,242 passing yards, but 1,143 rushing yards. He's going to break the single season quarterback record this season. Justin Fields is number one here for us. Max, give us your running back room rankings in the NFC North.
Okay, moving on to the running backs. I don't know if it's any surprise, or maybe it is actually. The running back situation ain't too bad here in the NFC North. But I got the Detroit Lions. Okay, the Detroit Lions, they had a great running game last season, even with DeAndre Swift out. DeAndre Swift wasn't playing, and still Jamal Williams had like 18 touchdowns. Like, give me a break. Break me up a piece of that Kit Kat bar, why don't you? Now they got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Kit Kat bar.
They got Jahmyr Gibbs as the number one, and then right after that, David Montgomery.
Great combo.
Look out. Look at David Montgomery is legit. He was on the Bears for a long time. Now, he's going to get a lot of touchdowns this year. Number two, I do have the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, great 1-2 combo there. They might. I'm hoping they have a better season than they did last year, considering that Aaron Jones only had 2 touchdowns. Only had 2. So
Rushing,
gotta get those up.
Touchdowns.
At number 3, I do have the Chicago Bears. Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman, I think are both great running backs. Khalil Herbert is underrated, and the Bears have always been a rushing team ever since Walter Payton. Okay, that's the offense. That's the Bears' offense. Strong defense, hard running game, always. And at number 4, which is surprisingly enough, the Minnesota Vikings, Alexander Madison's going to have a great season. But who is the backup? I have no idea who they have as the backup that's worthy of talking about.
They just picked up Myles Gaskin today.
They picked up Myles Gaskin. Okay.
And they got they got a 5th rounder from 2022, Ty Chandler.
Yeah.
Well, The one thing that I'm going to say is I think Khalil Herbert is a sleeper on the Chicago Bears as far as the running backs go. If there's one guy that you should be looking for in the draft in a late round, it's Khalil Herbert, guys. I'm telling you. He's gonna run. He had a great season last year when David Montgomery went out. He filled in exactly in that role. Hey, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Go Bears.
Yeah, Max. I have the same order as you: Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings for running backs. I like the Lions duo. Might be the best duo in the NFL. I think we're going to get into the Packers running backs a little bit later, and I have to agree with you. Khalil Herbert is a sleeper. Jack, where are you the same? Where do you defer?
I defer at the very top. I got Packers number 1.
Oh, yeah.
There might be some partial bias here, but I like the experience from Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon over a rookie Gibbs. Montgomery, he's had many opportunities with the Bears to take over a backfield, and he never really held up to it. So I'm a little iffy on Montgomery.
You ain't getting
I do agree. Lions run the ball a lot, so I do see a good running game coming out of there, but they could, dip into Reynolds. I think Snell is there. So there's some other guys that might eat some carries. And then after that, I got the Bears following that. I include Justin Fields into the Bears running game.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I feel like that's a piece of it. If we're ranking just running back or running game, Bears. And then with the Vikings, I got to see it from Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
Potential keeper for me this year in fantasy. I had to think about it.
Ooh.
But he's kind of like David Montgomery. He had some opportunities when Dalvin Cook was out, and it never really felt like the Vikings felt safe with him. So I'm waiting to see that.
Sure.
Alexander Madison is definitely going to be a boomer or bust pick this year. I think. I think he could either be top 15 or it could be outside the top 30.
Yep.
Jack, let us know your wide receiver rankings in the NFC North.
All right. Well, number 1, got to go with the Minnesota Vikings.
Easily.
With Justin Jefferson there. I also do like Jordan Addison this year. With a veteran player like Jefferson, I think he's going to go far. After that, I've got the Lions. The Lions have a lot of depth in their receiving core. After that, I'm going with the Bears. They have some experience in their receiving core. I do feel like it's a steep drop off after Mooney, but there's some names there people would recognize. And then the Packers, I got them 4. I love my Packers. Some young receivers. I'm excited to watch Jaden Reed this season. Rookie. Packers drafted in the 2nd round. I think he's going to do some great things. So I think they have some promise there, but they're young.
Yeah. Max, do you agree or defer on that?
The exact same as what Jack has. The one thing that I'll add is I think DJ Moore has a better season than he did last year for the Chicago Bears. Last season he had a down season because who was our quarterback? Freaking like 4 different quarterbacks there, started with Queef, Baker Mayfield, and then he ends up getting dropped and it goes to the Rams, gets picked up by the Rams. Yeah, DJ Moore, that was not his fault last season. Okay, so I think he's gonna have a big year with Justin Fields. Go Bears.
I have this. We all have the same exact order here for the wide receivers: Vikings, Lions, Bears, Packers. Another name for the Bears: Chase Claypool. You know, they traded a 2nd round pick for him.
Yeah,
you might want to see him get involved a little bit, and then those Packers receivers are young. They're very young, Jack.
Yeah.
Max, give us your tight end rankings here in the NFC North.
Tight end rankings. There's only one that you're definitely drafting. The other guys, maybe two, because being a Bears fan. Number 1, TJ Hockenson from the Vikings. Okay, outstanding player. He was number two tight end last season. Don't forget about that. Great season. Number 2, I got Cole Kmet. Don't sleep on Cole Kmet. He had a big year last year. I think he had like 5 touchdowns. It might have been like 3 or 4 in a row, games in a row with a touchdown.
Late, yeah.
At number 3, I got Laporta of Detroit. Okay, rookie, but he's a big guy out of Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes seem to always have a decent tight end. I think that he can produce for Detroit. And then at number 4 at the Green Bay, Musgrove. I don't know anything about the guy, so I'm not going to talk about him.
Jack, is it Musgrove or is it Musgrave?
Believe it's Musgraves.
Graves. Okay.
Luke Musgraves, and you'll know more about him by the end of this year.
You know what? I don't know what we're doing here, but is it Luke or is it Jake? Are we?
I think it's Luke.
Is it Luke? I got Jake on here. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm pretty sure it's Luke Musgraves.
I think it goes without saying this guy's the bottom tight end here in the NFC North, and we don't even know his damn name. Number 42 pick out of Oregon State. That's some the
Beavs? The Beavs?
The Beavs. That's some draft capital. I also have Sam Laporta of the Lions in 3rd. Number 34 pick out of Iowa. Now, some draft capital there too.
Yeah.
We got the same order, Max. TJ Hockenqueef at number 1, Cole Kmet at number 2. Jack, what are you looking at there?
Yeah, I got the same 1 too. Hockenson, Cole Kmet. I think right now at the beginning of the season, they're clearly the front runners as tight ends in the NFC North. But I got Luke Musgrave. I got him number 3, just over Laporta. I think they're both going to have similar seasons, some up and down, some good games, some gooses.
Goose.
Whoa.
We got a goose call. Goose alert. Goose alert.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, we got a goose call here in the preseason from you.
Well, I'm putting Luke ahead of Sam there.
Nice. Max, give us your biggest queef in the NFC North, the messiest bust this season.
Oh, boys. I'm gonna name this guy, but I think the biggest queef is going to be Jameson Williams of the Detroit Lions. The reason I'm saying this is because last year he was hurt the entire year. Now he's suspended. The guy isn't on the field. I think that people are drafting him too high and have high expectations to a guy that's not even playing the damn game. So I think he's going to be a queef. Okay, he needs at least 1 year to show me that he's capable of actually playing on the field. Because I'm not looking at this guy to draft him. He's not playing for the first 4 weeks. It might be 4 weeks. 6 weeks?
6.
Queef. He's a queef.
I got to agree with you there, Max. 6 games for gambling. You can't put him on your IR. He's burning a spot in your bench. Jack, what do you think about Jameson Williams? And give us your bust after that.
Yeah. I like him. I think he's promising talent, but this is now 2 years that we're missing a lot of time. in an offense that could really utilize that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I don't like him. I'm not going for him. If he floats through the draft, he might be somebody I pick up in week 5, week 4, but
Sure.
not wasting space.
No.
My biggest bust, I don't know if he's much of a bust. I put down A.J. Dillon. I
Oh,
your
really liked
boy.
A.J. Dillon in a lot of my early pre-draft research, but I'm a little iffy on. I'm nervous about this offense. I don't know if the offense is going to be productive enough for a power back like A.J. Dillon, who benefits a lot off that goal line, the goal line touches and touchdown promise. So I'm a little iffy on him. So I'm putting him down as my bust for the NFC North.
Big call there with your
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers there, Jack.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot as a player. I love him for the future, but nervous.
I have to say that I'm also nervous about that Green Bay Packers running back room because my biggest queef in the NFC North is actually Aaron Jones.
Oh,
Okay.
big name. Big name.
Running back 9 last year with 1,121 rushing yards. He's currently going on ESPN as running back 13 in the middle of the 4th. Okay. That 4th round is rich, boys, in a 10-team league.
Yeah.
29 years old. Max, you already brought it up. He only had 2 rushing touchdowns last year. Jack, I can see A.J. Dillon, taking some snaps and some targets away from Aaron Jones, and we're obviously going to see less scoring opportunities with no Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So Aaron Jones is not a guy that I'm drafting. I mean, he's going, like I said, as the RB13, a high-end RB2. I wouldn't want him as my second running back.
Yeah. There's a lot
Max,
of other talents out there.
Yeah.
Younger, 29 years old. Max, give us your biggest sleeper, the guy people are sleeping on in the NFC North.
Okay, I got to go back to my Bears. Okay, of course I'm always talking about the Bears.
Whoa.
Come on now, come on, go Bear down, Chicago Bears. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the tight end, Cole Kmet. Okay, this guy can easily also be a top 10 tight end, and you can get him in a late round draft pick, maybe 12, 13.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Cole Kmet had an incredible season last year. Third-year player
round,
now.
13th round for Cole Kmet right now on ESPN.
Go get him. You don't have to go any higher than that, but go get him at 13. Okay, I think Komet's big time. He's going to have a big time season. Great connection once again with Justin Fields, and that's all I got to say about Cole Kmet. I'm going to be looking at him in the 13th for sure.
7 touchdowns for Cole Kmet last year, was 3rd at the position. He's one of those late round tight ends like we always talk about. Jack, what do you think about Cole Kmet, and give us your biggest sleeper?
I'm not as sold on Cole Kmet. I don't like the idea. What was Justin Fields averaging? 12 to 15 passes last season.
Not a lot.
He's just picked up DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Chase Claypool's there. He's got other weapons to throw the ball to. I think Cole Kmet kind of benefited off a very diminished offense last season, so I'm a little iffy on him. My sleeper is a different tight end, Luke Musgrave. Now, like I said, I think you're going to get to know this guy. He's had some great stories coming out of training camp from the Packers. He quickly moved his way up that depth chart, though there isn't much there to get in his way, to a starting position with a rookie quarterback. They love to look center of the field. They like those big targets. He's got 2 young weapons on the outside that are going to distract some of that, the safety help. They're going to distract those corners. So I really like Luke Musgrave getting more targets this season. Well, of course, rookie coming in. He's my sleeper. He's going right now at tight end 19. I think he could easily slide in as the top 15 tight end by the end of the season.
Nice.
I like it, Jack. A lot of Bears and Packers talk so far. No surprise there. And I'm keeping it in Chicago here with my biggest sleeper in the NFC North. I got the new number 1 option, DJ Moore. I think he's going way too late. He's right now currently going as wide receiver 23 in the 7th round. Okay, I got him at wide receiver 16. I'm high on him. Okay, I got him as a mid wide receiver 2. I'd be happy if I get a couple running backs, maybe a quarterback or a tight end, and then DJ Moore is there as my second receiver. I'd be fine with that. He's been top 25 at the wide receiver position in fantasy for 4 straight seasons, with all those queefs in Carolina thrown to him. Consistent receiver. 3 straight years with over 1,100 receiving yards before last year, and he finally scored some touchdowns last year with 7. He hadn't been over 4 before that. I see Justin Fields taking a leap in the passing game, like a lot of third-year quarterbacks do, and he could be the best quarterback DJ Moore has ever played with. So
Yeah,
I got DJ Moore as a wide receiver 2. Right now, he's going as wide receiver 23. That's too late.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. He also
Jack.
runs the ball.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
People
yeah, he
forget
does.
he's
Yeah,
kind of a Debo Samuel. I mean, he's played that part of the role as well.
yeah.
He's a weapon.
Yeah.
Jackaroni, finish us up here with your predictions for the standings. How are these standings going to play out? Do you have a wild card team in this division? Let us know.
I think this division is going to be tight. I think it's going to be very close all year. Currently, I'm seeing Lions going to take the division. I think it's going to be very close between the Lions and the Vikings, the very
Okay.
top of this division. I could see one of those two teams taking a wild card, but I could also easily see this division coming down to, 11 win team taking the division and not seeing a wild card.
Yeah.
Right now, I got Lions 1, Vikings 2, Packers 3,
Oh,
Bears 3. But I see the Packers and the Bears both at 9-8. It's going to be the tiebreaker for last. It's going to be an up and down season. As I looked at their schedules, a couple of these teams have really easy stretches and then really tough stretches. So it will be a very close race there at the end.
Max, what do you think?
I'm a bit different. I'm definitely a bit different here. I got the Minnesota Vikings at number 1. I think they have a really good offense. It's the defense that I'm worried about. Okay, I'm not too sure, and also the running game. But with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, they're going to score a lot of touchdowns here. It's going to be hard to keep up with them sometimes. At number 2, I got my Chicago Bears.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you right now.
Big leap.
I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
We are sleeping on the Bears. Everyone is sleeping. They have a great offense. Offensive line is better. And our defense is going to be great because we're always good on defense. Last year, obviously, we were just like trading away everybody just to get picks and whatnot. Yeah, but we're back. Okay, we're back. It looks like we have a good team here. At number 3, I got the Detroit Lions. I do agree with Jack.
Wow.
It's going to be a tight division. I have the Lions down a little bit low. I just find it hard to believe that the freaking Bears are going to let the Lions come to their place and take a win away from them. I don't see it. I don't see it. And at number 4, because they're young, because they have a young quarterback, because they have young wide receivers, it's the Green Bay Packers. But they do have a good defense, so I'd be looking out for that. It's going to be a tight division, I agree, but that's what I got.
Who's the new Bears coach?
Because
I like that guy. I saw him just the other day in some sort of news clip. He seems like he's got things in order. So we could see a whole different Chicago Bears this season.
I think so.
We all have different order here in these standings, boys.
Oh my.
And this is definitely a tight division. We can all agree with that. According to FanDuel, the win totals for these teams, they got the Lions at 9.5, Vikings 8.5, Bears and Packers at 7.5. That any one of these teams could win the division.
Yeah.
And actually, that's how I have this order. I had the Lions taking this home. Finished, I believe, 8-2 last year. Beat the Packers in Week 18, that big win in Lambeau. I see them win the division. Vikings right behind them. I got the Bears in third. Okay, they won 3 games last year. It takes some time to
big jump.
And I got the Packers last because they got the worst quarterback in the division. They got the worst wide receiver room in the division. They got a rookie tight end. I don't know what's going on with the defense, but this will be the first year since 1992, the year Max and I were born. Not Jack. Jack's a little older. First year since 1992 that the Green Bay Packers have not started Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jack, are you nervous going into the future of the Green Bay Packers?
Not exactly. No, this day was going to come. We had to move on at some point, and I think it probably could have happened a year earlier if Aaron Rodgers was open to more negotiations and talks, but it happened when it happened. And if you look back at that, we had to move from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. There were concerns there. Aaron Rodgers sat underneath Brett Favre for 3 years, and then he walked in and took over. Very similar situation here for Jordan Love. All the talk from the camp sounds great. I think we might have our next guy. I'm not too nervous about Jordan Love just yet. We still have to see it on the field because things can change once you go from practice to an actual game. But
Sure.
I'm not nervous. I'm ready for it.
I'm excited to see Jordan Love. Jack, finish us up. Last thing. Who is your most likeliest Green Bay Packer to be drafted by you? Now, not your best Packer, but wherever in the draft, who do you see yourself taking most?
Yeah, another sleeper of mine, guy that I'm targeting. I really want to get in some of those late rounds. Romeo Doubs. I like Romeo Doubs. He's actually leading to be the lead receiver on the Packers depth chart going into week 1.
Not Christian Watson?
Over Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I like his route running abilities. He knows how to get open. He knows where those spaces are in the field. So I really like Romeo Doubs. He's got a little more speed in and out cut than Christian Watson has. Christian Watson's more of that down the field threat. So he'll probably still continue to play right side of the field. Doubs is probably going to play left side. I like Doubs. So he's one I'm looking at. I think Christian Watson's going a little high for me. I mean, because like we said, it's worst quarterback in the NFC North. We don't know what's going to come out of that. But I'd take Doubs if I could get my hands on him.
I like it. Well, great job here today, Jack. Appreciate you coming on. That was a great time. We'll have to have you back on for sure. Great NFC North breakdown. Anything you got for the people before you get out of here?
No. Go Pack, go. You guys have a great time breaking down the other divisions. Can't wait to watch those.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Thank
Max,
you, Jack. Thank you.
Got anything?
Yeah, no, thanks, Jack, for coming out. Great insight. I love that little rivalry that we have on here. It's always fun. We'll be talking shit to each other the entire season. Yeah, hey, thank you for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast today. We got a few more divisions to break down, so make sure you go check those out on YouTube. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't Tell Mama, baby. And go Bears.